the experience was heightened. So this is where things got a little bit difficult. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Wandia, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you always tune in as well, thank you for that. It's truly appreciated. It's been a bit of a minute since I uploaded, but obviously I was checking myself. I was clearly wrecking myself, so I'm back again. I'm here to share with you everything that I did to lose the weight, as you can see from the thumbnail. I hope you find this video informative, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that you can stay up to date with my content, because I've got a lot more videos coming your way. I'm going to do my best to keep uploading as much as I possibly can. It is going to be a long video. If you've watched me so often, I do fairly short videos, so grab your drink, grab your favorite food, and let's get started. So obviously, because this is a weight loss health stroke video, I'm gonna have to put some disclaimers out there for anybody who might be triggered in any way, shape or form. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not a doctor or a nurse or dietitian or nutritionist. I'm simply a girl with a camera who took to Google and YouTube to research, and I'm now sharing the information I collected with you guys. The other disclaimer is some of you might be familiar with what I did or are practicing the lifestyle. So obviously I might say things that you do or you don't do or you'd rather not do, but this is obviously something that clearly worked for me and is quite personal to me. So the choices I was making were choices that were of benefit to me. And obviously this is a body positive platform. Some of you might be bigger or smaller compared to my before and after picture. All I want to say is, if you're happy with where you are and you're confident and you feel good about yourself, that's what matters, and the healthy choices that you're making for yourself. So now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So basically, in a nutshell, I will cover what prompted me to start the lifestyle, what I did and how I did it, and obviously any lessons or anything that I've learned that I'd like to share with you guys. So a bit of a history. At the beginning of this year, we're fast approaching December, mind. I started Insanity, Shanti, he don't play. I'd previously done it. You get the results that you want. I did January, February, March. Then sometime in March, I fell ill. Then I fell off the wagon. In hindsight, if I'm honest with myself, I was compliant, I was not committed. And the reason I say that is because I was just ticking the boxes and getting the results. Don't get me wrong, you do get the results. But after that, after I'd gotten what I wanted, which was the weight loss, I stopped doing it. Then the weight started piling on. And this is something I'd previously done before. I previously did Shanti for about 9 months. I got the results I wanted. Now, in this time that I was doing Shanti, I was predominantly vegetarian, not exclusively. I know people are about the whole situation. Clearly, I had a bit of a habit. I do Shanti, I get what I want, then I stop, the weight comes back on, then I do Shanti, I get, it was just a vicious cycle that I was getting fed up with. After March, I decided Shanti was quite intense for me. I decided to start running. I didn't even last a week. So clearly, my pattern would indicate that I'm not very good with physical exercise. I'm good at it, I'm not good at sustaining it. So I decided to work to my strengths. So I decided to start a diet. Now I use the word diet very loosely, simply because a diet is indicative of something temporary, something short term. Now what I did was long term, and I would like and I intend to practice it as long as I possibly can. Having said that, I am going on holiday and my intention is to stay the course. I will be doing vlogs, so if you want to see how I'm dealing with temptation, the situations, how it is when you go home, subscribe. By the way, can we have a moment for my earrings, please? And my sweatshirt, how cool is that? So I started this journey on August the 7th. I weighed myself, and to me, what I saw on the scales didn't have a profound impact on me, because you can rationalize how you carry your weight, because you see all this Instagram post where you see different women weighing the same, for example 64 kilos, and they carry it differently. So I could rationalize myself out of not worrying or being concerned. But what I did is I took a picture, and that definitely had a profound impact on me. Now, the picture I saw when I was half naked, I think it's the thumbnail, and the picture I had in my mind were not the same. They were not meshing, and that really had a strong, profound impact on me, so much so it helped me get into the right mindset. Because I'm sure you know, whether it's weight loss or a project or a job or a journey, you need to be in the zone, you need to be in the moment. And once you're in the moment, which I think is 70% of the hurdle, you're there, you're laughing. For me, what was mostly concerning is I had a lot of fat around my vital organs that didn't sit well with me. Obviously, I have a very healthy imagination, so I was thinking, oh my God, what if something happens and they need to operate and all that? And maybe it was just blown up in my mind, but it was enough for me to want to do something about it. So anyway, I decided to do metabolic therapy. Some of you may know what that means. Some of you may know it as a ketogenic lifestyle. You know, not diet, lifestyle. The reasons I chose a ketogenic diet is simply because it worked to my advantage. It encouraged things I already liked eating. I love avocados. If you know me, I eat an avocado almost every day. It encourages protein. It discourages bread and bread-based products, which I don't like. It encourages lemon and vegetable. It doesn't encourage fruit. So that's the diet I chose to take. Now, for the purpose of the people who don't know what a ketogenic diet is, it's basically removing all grain, fruit, and roots from your diet because they have a very high glycemic index, which is used to produce glucose, which is what your body runs by. Now, on a ketogenic diet, you basically run on ketones, and ketones is a very effective or powerful fuel, which is fueled by fat. Once you choose to commit to that diet, you will experience ketosis. So basically, ketosis is the natural process the body initiates to help survive when food intake is low. Our bodies are incredibly adaptive, so when you load it with fats, it begins to burn ketones as the primary source of energy. I literally stopped all carbohydrates. With ketosis, your body starts to tap into the energy supply it's been saving up, your fat, and you burn that, and then once that is gone, you start being keto adapted. Now, this is where things got a little bit difficult. Now, with every choice you make, there will be difficulty in whatever it is. For me, the difficulty with working out was the daily exertion. Once I worked out, obviously I enjoyed, I was filled with endorphins, I was, that was the difficult bit. Now, the difficult bit for this diet is that you need to make that transition. And because I was a bit of a silly billy and I cut everything in one go, the experience was heightened. What do I mean by that? I did experience fatigue, a bit of insomnia, and for me it was body weakness. Not so much mood. I wasn't in a mood or anything. I wasn't irritable, but for me it was general body weakness. It took me about, I would like to say, a month. Some people say 10 days, some people say 2 to 6 weeks. I think I became keto adapted after a month. I didn't buy keto strips. I just went by what I'm allowed to eat and what I'm not allowed to eat. Obviously, if you're doing this purely for weight loss, you've got to be in a state of a caloric deficit. And for me, the removal of the carbs was a deficit enough for me, for my body to start to shed the weight. Now, the first 2 weeks was quite significant. I noticed quite a lot. But obviously the first week you're shedding the water weight, and the reason you're shedding the water weight is because the body stores water so that it can process the glucose. When you eat, you spike insulin, and when you spike insulin, it lowers your blood sugar. It puts metabolism in storage mode, so you start to pile on the weight. It converts protein and blood sugar to fat. We don't want that. It causes fat in the diet to be stored in fat cells. It increases the production of cholesterol by the body. It causes kidneys to retain water. We love insulin, but we don't want it doing the most. And in hindsight, for me, I was going above and beyond by filling my body with carbs and sugar. And then my insulin was also doing the more. It was just making me storing fat. Obviously, it is me who made those decisions, so it was just acting on my actions. It stimulates the growth of artery wall cells, and it stimulates blood sugar for energy. So we love insulin, but we don't want to be recklessly spiking it. Then we've got glucagon, and glucagon is readily available in protein. So it raises your blood sugar, puts your metabolism in burning mode, converts protein to glucose, causes dietary fat to be used as energy, releases fat from the cells to be used for energy, reduces cholesterol production. Sorry, I'm reading this. I apologize if there's no eye contact. But yeah, and there's also the human growth hormone. If you remove carbs from your diet, then you're allowed to eat everything else. So in a nutshell, meat, pulses, a lot of veg. They strongly advise cruciferous vegetables, the green ones, broccoli, kale, collard greens. Some recommend that you don't eat tomato. I eat tomato. I eat carrots. Carrot is a root you're not meant to be eating, but I don't avoid it and I don't go looking for it. So if it's on my plate, I'll eat it. If it's not there, I won't eat it. When I was going through keto adaptation, I was eating a lot of things with, as in trace minerals, phosphorus, potassium. I know when you say potassium, you think straight on bananas, but since you're not allowed fruit because they have a high glycemic index, I had to research into other things that have high potassium, phosphorus and all that. With regards to potassium, I went for mushrooms, I went for spinach, I went for broccoli. Those are the things that helped me transition because it was a difficult time. Asparagus, but I don't eat asparagus myself. It might be something that you like. Pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. You're allowed seeds, you're not allowed grain. With regards to what I eat, because obviously I've eradicated a big part of my diet, was to find other alternatives. I'm still allowed cookies. I used to make cookies with peanut butter. It's got to be pure peanut butter because the normal ones have a lot of sugar. I started using coconut flour. I got this from Tesco's. And with that, you can literally bake everything. I've had pancakes. If you go on my Instagram, I have posted a few pictures of what I have been eating. So you can do normal crepes, you can do normal pancakes, or you can do a cake. So this is a cake Miles baked for me. This is coconut and lemon with a bit of stevia on top. I am allowed hot chocolate, but it's obviously you can't have your normal chocolate because that has a lot of sugar. So I got this from Holland and Barrett's. It looks like that. So when I fancy making a chocolate cake, I would use this along with the coconut flour and stevia, milk, eggs, all those things you're allowed. So you just have, the only thing that you'd be replacing is the chocolate and the coconut flour. So yeah, I do treat myself to sweet things when it comes to chocolate, because obviously chocolate is filled with so much what are they called? I forget the name. I will insert it. I much prefer this chocolate, and as you can see, the sugar is quite low. I get this from Lidl. I don't like the Tesco ones. I don't like the Lindt ones. I don't like the green and peppers one, so this is the one I like. The stevia I've been using is Truvia, which has a mixture of erythritol and The other thing I now do is IF, and basically with IF, it's intermittent fasting. The day has 24 hours, so you've got periods of the day where you're eating and not eating, like literally not eating anything at all. or anything that could possibly spike your insulin. So I normally practice either 16/8 or 17/7, so 17 hours inclusive of the time I sleep. I will not be eating, and then I'll have a gap of 8 hours where I'll only have 2 meals. The reason I say 2 meals is because I don't want to spike my insulin, because the more I spike my insulin, the more it starts to store fat, the more it stops the production of glucagon, the more it stops the production of the growth hormone. So I'm doing my literally the best not to spike insulin in any way, shape or form. Then obviously that's IF. Then I also take apple cider vinegar, and apple cider vinegar is the one with the mother element. The reason I do that is because apple cider vinegar has acetic acid, and what normally happens is when you drink it, which I normally do first thing in the morning, I normally have 2 tablespoons with some water. Once you take it, it lowers your blood sugar, which means you need glucose, which is sourced from your fats. So your stomach is being, all that storage of fat from your stomach is going to be used up, because between I'll take the water between at 6:30, and the next time I'll eat will be around 12:30, 1 o'clock ish, sometimes 2. It's not really dead on. I'm not very extreme with it. Once I get into the office, I'll probably have 2 green teas, 2 cups of green tea. When I do eat, I'll have maybe a salad and some protein. I'll make sure the protein is just as big as the size of my palm. So be it beef, be it green grams, be it pulses. I'll just make sure what I'll have a lot of will be vegetables. And in the evening, I'll have the same. Maybe I'll have an egg with broccoli, and then I'll treat myself to something sweet like blueberries, strawberries. I'll sprinkle a bit of stevia, and then I'll add some chocolate. So it's been an experience. I'm enjoying it. Then I will probably do another video just explaining to you guys what other benefits that I'm enjoying from this lifestyle. The intention is for me to do it for life. I'd like to see myself doing it in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 2 years' time. I hope I've covered everything. If I haven't, I'll mention it in my other video, which will be the benefits of IF and ketogenic diet. Look out for that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a little like. That will make me very, very happy. Subscribe as well. That makes the family grow and supports my channel. And I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye.